welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you guys are doing well. So today is a Saturday morning and thank God it's not raining, the sun's out and it's a pretty nice day today. So we're potentially buying two cars today. I'm going to view the first car now. It's in Toaster, which is about 25-minute drive away from us, 25-minute, half an hour drive. So we're just on our way there now to see the first car. We'll see how it goes, and join us on this journey, and we'll see if we're wasting our time or if we buy decent cars. So we bought the first car today. Really nice, genuine guy. There's a few bits that we need to do with the car, but we're running out of time because there's another car that we need to go and see. So we're going to take this back to Northampton, see how it drives and stuff. There's over half a tank of fuel, which is always a boosty bonus. So we'll take it back to Northampton, drop this one off at my car place, and then head over to Telford, which is about an hour and 40 minutes away, to go and see the next car, and hopefully we'll buy that one as well. So we're on the M1, heading over to Telford now. It's just about 10 to 3 now. We should get there just after 4 o'clock, and one of the reasons why we're going over to Telford is trying to kill two birds with one stone. So Telford has a oak furniture and clearance store, so we still need some furniture for our house, so I'm gonna check out the store there as well as view our second car. So we'll view the second car and then see if we can bag a second one of the day. So just driving back from the viewing of the second car, and unfortunately we didn't buy it. There's quite a few issues with the car that wasn't made aware to us before we drove up, and luckily, it's quite lucky actually that we are going to the Oakwood Furnitureland place in Telford while we're here, because otherwise it would just been a wasted journey. It's about hour 35, hour 40-minute journey. So there's quite a couple of errors with the car, or issues with the car I should say, that wasn't disclosed. So there was 2 scuffs on the car that the seller made me aware of, which is fair enough, and it was a cheap-ish car anyway, so that comes with the territory. But one of the wings, it's a silver car, and one of the wings, the driver's side front wing, was really faded, to the point where you would need it wouldn't buff out anything any better, like you'd have to get it painted. So that was one of the issues, and it was a Peugeot, and the car's coming up with a anti-pollution error, which comes up when you start up the car, which they made me aware of while I was viewing it, not before I travelled all the way up here. And so it was a daughter selling it on behalf of her parents. So their dad was like, oh yeah, but that's come up for years now, but it doesn't cause us any issues, like the car drive is fine. I was like, but like, and you got an engine management light on the car. It's like, why do you not tell us that before we travelled up here? So I don't know what that is. Any of you guys out watching the channel or watching the video who may be aware of what that is, please drop a comment down below of what that could have been. I had a quick Google, and it related potentially to a couple of things. Could be some air filters, it could be a misfire, it could be ECU issues. So adding it all up, and there's quite a few advisories on the MOT as well. Plus then it needed a service. So by the time I'd done all of that, there was hardly anything left in the car in terms of profit. So I decided to walk away from the car, and I feel like maybe before, when I started doing the car sales stuff, I would have still bought that car, because I thought to myself, travelled all that way up here, it's a bit of a wasted journey if I don't end up buying a car. But I think over the months and over the year now or so that I've been doing it full time, I've learned, like, if you're not 100% confident in the car, just walk away, because there's always going to be cars coming up for sale, and it's not worth all of the running around and getting a car prepped ready to then only make a small little margin on the car, because obviously you're going to have to warranty it and all that kind of stuff, where they're a private seller, they're selling it as a sold as seen, where for us, we're going to have to put a warranty on it. You've got your 60 days consumer rights act and all that stuff. Plus also, he did mention it, like they had a new radiator, and then a car flush, engine flushed out a couple of times, but we had a good I'll say 10-15 minute test drive, and the car wasn't coming up to temperature. So I was testing out the blowers and stuff. The cold and the air conditioning on cold setting was coming out fine, but on the max heat setting, it wasn't. It was lukewarm. And then only literally as we pulled up outside the customer's house, or the seller's house, I should say, it actually started heating up, and that's only when the engine got to temperature. I thought that was a bit strange, because you wouldn't think it would take 15-20 minute drive for the car to get up to temperature. And I don't know if that is related to that anti-pollution error. And I'm just thinking to myself, if I'm looking to then sell this car on to someone else, like, what will they think when they're test driving the car? Like, are they gonna take my word for it? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, don't worry, take it. You have to drive to go on a test drive for like 20 minutes or so before the engine gets to temperature and the blowers are blowing out hot air. So yeah, just quite a few things that I thought it's going to cost me a lot of money. Then they did drop the price, but I just thought it wouldn't be worth all the hassle and repairs if then I'm only walking away with what, not even £200-300 profit, and the whole warranty on my shoulders, on my neck, so to speak, and the Consumer Rights Act as well. So I thought I'd just leave it and that one and walk away from the car. So that's what we did. But it was no hard feelings, nothing like that. I really thanked them for their time. They were happy with my explanation why they didn't want the car, and we walked away from it, and we move on. And we move on to other cars that we're going to come and buy and sell, and the business carries on. So it's Sunday morning, so let's go through the purchase that we made yesterday. So it was a 2015, make sure I get the year right this time. Last video I got the year wrong, or I said the year wrong. 2015 Seat Ibiza Tocker. It's a 3-door. Ideally I would have wanted a 5-door, because obviously the 5-door appeals to a lot more people, but I'm sure this will sell and appeal to people. And the only reason why the person was selling this car was because he's had it for a long time now, and he needed something a bit bigger. And then he works for British Airways, so through them he's got a really good discount on his new car. So he's gone through a Kia Exceed, brand new Kia Exceed. He's waiting for it to move into March, so the new reg comes out, so he can pick up his new car. But he was telling me when he was in the Kia dealership that he's almost through work. Can't remember the discount scheme or the loyalty scheme through work, the name of it, but he was saying through work he's almost got like 9 grand off the car. And then the Kia sales representative was telling him that even the staff don't get that much discount off the car. So he was like, mate, it made sense for him to get a new car through work, big discount, and then get some money back for this one. Quite like the look of this. It's ideal, kind of like someone who's looking for a first car run around kind of thing. It's a 1.4 petrol engine, not the TSI one unfortunately. So this one does have a cam belt, and we don't have any paperwork that the cam belt has been changed, and it's due a cam belt change, so we'll do that. But let's just go around the bodywork, and to be honest with you guys, there's not much, to be fair, to mention. Around the front of the car, it's all pretty much clean. All the panel gaps and stuff all correct and in line. Come around the passenger side, it's all good. Around the rear, it's all good. Only 2 things that I noticed was the little scrape here, hopefully you can see that, and it's been touched up, but not very well, because that white is a slightly different colour to the actual white of the car. But it's a 9-year-old car, you're going to expect a few little touch-ups and stuff. And then along here, the driver's side, apart from a little stone chip there, hopefully you can see that. Apart from that, I'm really happy with this one, guys. It's in really good condition. I did just notice this morning when I walked up to the car, I don't know if I can show you guys, there's a bit of trim hanging off here. Under tray, I should say. But we get that sorted when the car is due a service, so get my mechanic to push that back in when he services the car. In terms of the alloys, for the age of the vehicle, they're all in pretty good condition. The nice alloys. This tyre here, customer told me it's a Michelin. It's a brand new tyre. Customer told me that he hit a pothole, so he had to replace his tyre. So that's a brand new tyre at the front there. Alloy again in pretty good condition. I've got a land sail in here, plenty of tread, about 6mm of tread. And the last one on this side is another, what's this one? A Churchill. Never come across a Churchill tyre before. That's got plenty of tread on there as well. Pretty much a brand new tyre. Literally had a fresh MOT a couple of weeks ago, and there was an advisory on this tyre. What's this one? A new tyre for wear on the outer edge, which you can probably see there. So we will get that one changed, but that all suggests that the tracking's out if that tyre is worn. Well, I guess they changed that tyre, but when I took it for a little quick test drive, you can tell the tracking was slightly out, so we'll get that tyre changed and do the tracking. But overall, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I think I've done pretty well here on this one. So let's go into the car and have a look in the interior. Some motorbike just driving past there. So I wish I could do like smell-o-vision or something, because inside he just had it cleaned and it smells so good. It's probably this air freshener here that's doing it, but it smells really good. So starting with the driver's door card, it's all in good condition. I've tested all of the electrics all working. Got a few stains on here, but I'm sure I'll be able to get that out. And inside, it's all pretty clean and tidy. All the plastics are in really good condition. This, I might have to get this handbrake adjusted because it's pretty high and it's a bit loose as well. So I'll get my mechanic to check that out as well when he does a service. Going over to the driver's seat. Got a few water stains and stuff there, but nothing a wet vac won't sort out. Let's jump in. Going over to the passenger seat. Again, a few little marks, but nothing really to worry about. It's also got this leather steering wheel, which is nice. And also, I noticed after when I bought the car, there's like £1.20 change in the car. So I messaged the previous owner, the person I bought it from, to say, mate, I found £1.20 in the car. I only noticed it when I come back to Northampton. I was like, mate, I can post it to you just out of honesty. I don't want to take anyone else's money. He goes, mate, just keep the £1.20, which is fair enough. Let's open up the bonnet and have a look at the engine. So like I mentioned earlier, it's a 1.4 petrol engine. Unfortunately, it's not the TSI one, so we'll get the cam belt done. Looks like a fairly new battery there. But apart from needing a good clean, it's no obvious signs of any leakages or anything like that. It all looks pretty good. I had a look underneath the engine cap. That looks all good. It's due a service. Just had MOT, not a service. So the oil is pretty dark. So we'll get that done. But let me know, guys, what you think of the engine. Looks all good to me. This is the first time I've had a Seat, and I know Seat and VW is all under the same group, but I didn't actually realise, like, you literally got VW branded parts on a Seat car. So every day is a school day, learning as I'm going along. So we've got 85,000 miles on the clock. Let's go to the back actually, have a look around the back. Again, hardly been used at the back, I would say. So that's good. This one comes with a good level of spec. So it's a one owner from new. So when the customer or the person I bought it from, he spec'd out to include this Garmin unit here, which is pretty good. I'll probably show you guys later on in the video. And that's like a media unit that you can do sat nav and all your calls and stuff like that through there and your audio. So before I viewed the car, I did a vehicle score check. So I'll add a screen recording now of what came out on their report. So vehicle score is a really great tool to use for when you're looking into buying a car. So all you have to do is head over to vehiclescore.co.uk and then enter in the reg of the car that you're interested in buying. So you enter in the reg, click the get score button, and then each car gets a score out of 999. So this car that I've just bought has a rating or score of 848 with an overall rating of amazing. I think this is the first car that I bought that has a rating of amazing, which is a good sign. So over here you can see there's an average score. So an average score for a similar kind of age and mileage car is 658. So hopefully this one, in terms of mileage history and all that kind of stuff, is in a better condition than what's out there at the moment in the marketplace. So you can always tap on here to check the ULS compliance of the car. This one's ULS compliant, which is good. And then you've got some key factors here. So you've got age, mileage discrepancy, which is none, which is great. MOT comments, which is good. So if you had a car with lots of MOT comments or failures, it won't be good. It will be a different rating. Yearly miles are good and mileage is good overall. So this is a free check that I'm doing, but Vehicle Score do provide paid checks that you can do. Same as like doing a HPI check. So you can check to see the car's been written off, if it's been import and export, or if there's any outstanding finance on the car, which is really worth doing for the extra peace of mind when you're buying a car. So the insights, so overall we're looking good on the car. Average mileage is good. The only bad bit is that it's over 80,000 miles on the car. As we know, it's 85,000 on the clock at the moment. So some vehicle details of the car. Status we're aware of because we know it's untaxed because we've transferred it into the trade. MOT status, we know it had a recent MOT, so we've got 227 days left on the MOT, which is good. Last V5 change. So the person I bought this car from, he used to live in Reading on the outskirts of London, and he moved to Colchester. And he did tell me about 2 years ago, roughly, that he moved to Colchester. So that V5 change must have been when he moved or changed address. It's always worth checking this when you're buying a car, because if a car V5 change has been done within the last few weeks, it's kind of a bit of a red flag in terms of has that person just bought the car and now knows that there's issues with the car or come across issues with the car and just looking to sell it on, or it could be a genuine where the car previously was on private plates and now they've just transferred it back to the original plates. So mileage tracker over the years, you can see it's a nice little increase. Yearly mileage, you can see it dropped down during lockdown. And in the last year, he told me that he's been working from home, so he hasn't done as much mileage in the last year or so. So if you did the paid check, you'll see more information here in terms of if there's any outside finance, if it's been written off and it's a category car, if it's been stolen, or if it's an ex-taxi. And then scroll down here, you can see some estimates. So average estimate on the value of the car is between 4.1 and 5.2. So you kind of know it, you have an idea of what you're looking to pay if you are looking to buy that car. And if you scroll down, you've got MOT history on the car. So overall pass rate, it's not bad at 67%. MOT pass rate is 6 and it failed on 3. And then it goes into, and it shows you the advisories and the failures of the MOTs. So the last MOT we know is advisory on the tyre. And I've checked the previous MOTs and it failed on tyres and windscreen wipers. And then other ones, it failed on just the bulbs not working and no liquid in the windscreen water bottle. So overall, it's looking good on this car and it's looking promising. But you never know until you actually test drive the car and take it out for a physical test drive to get a good feeling of the car. But overall, this is a really good report and I'm happy with what I've come across on this report for this car. So 0 previous keepers, like I said, it says 1 owner from new. One interesting thing with this one is it does come with 2 keys, I've never seen this before. The second key has literally come apart. Hope you guys can see that there. So it's come off from that flippy bit that comes off from there. So I might have to buy a second key, or see if I can try and replace that one somehow, or fix that one I should say. So in terms of paperwork, it hasn't got full service history, unfortunately. So he had like a maintenance plan, they told me initially, with the garage, but they didn't always. He forgot to ask them to stamp it, and they didn't stamp it. But let's just go through the paperwork that we got. So, what stamps do we have? So we've got a stamp there for 2019. Stamp there for 2020. Another one there. Oh, that's a bodywork stamp, sorry. And then another one there at 2020. So he says he's serviced it between then, but we haven't got the stamps for it, so obviously it's going to be due a service. And while I was there, I actually got him to ring SEAT, and they confirmed that they've got paperwork for a service in 2018, which he's going to email over to him, and then he's going to forward that on to me. So it's like part service history, but it's been, you can tell from the condition of the car, it's been well looked after. Got your TPMS settings there, central locking there, and then let's just start her up.
Drive away happy every time.
It's due a service. And then when I was taking it for a test drive, this thing here was rattling around, and I was like, what's that rattling sound coming from? And he goes, oh mate, it's from this, which I've never seen before. So literally it goes in like where you normally put a CD in and holds your phone. So that was like vibrating, and I thought there's an issue with the car, but that's all it was. So like I said, it has had a recent MOT, and the only advisory on the MOT was that front driver side tyre, which we'll get done, and then tracking slightly out, so we'll get that done as well. Get it serviced. I've checked all the electrics, air conditioning, all that stuff works fine, which I'm happy with. So yeah, just this unit here is pretty cool. Hopefully you can see that. So you got like the car info, you got calls, you got media, navigation. So you can do all of that through this unit here, and it also is linked up to the car. So you can also, like, it tells you what doors are open and stuff. Hopefully you can see that there. So that's pretty cool. Nice bonus to have in the car. In terms of the roof lining, you've got some marks here on there, but I'll try and get that out as best as I can. But apart from that, it's a pretty clean car. So let's just show you the boot and the little drama we had with the parcel shop. So the previous owner bought the car from the SMC Motor Group, and then we've got matching SMC Motor Group number plates at the front and the back, which is always a good sign. So when I took it for the test drive, there was no parcel shelf in the car, and then the guy said, oh, the parcel shelf's in the garage, I'll bring that out to you if you decide to buy the car. And then we bought the car, and he got their parcel shelf out, and he gave it to me, and then I went to fit the, so I can get this out. So I went to fit the parcel shelf in, and by this time the guy had gone back in his house, and I was like, this is not the right parcel shelf, clearly not the right shape, and it's too wide. So I said, well, where's this parcel shelf come from? So I went back, I knocked on his door and stuff. I said, mate, are you sure you give me the right parcel shelf? Because, oh, that's the only one I got, and that's what I got when I bought the car. I was like, oh, okay, because I can't get it to fit. Can you come and try it? And then he tried. Obviously it doesn't fit. He goes, that's really weird. I've only had one car. This is his first car he's ever had, and he's got it from the SMC Motor Group, and that's the parcel shelf that they gave to him. But I don't know if I don't know how this has happened. That's the wrong parcel shelf. He goes, and I was like, oh, is this from another car? He goes, no, I've only had the one car. So it's really weird. So I managed to knock £25 off towards the cost of another parcel shelf. Had a quick look on eBay. They're about 65 quid. Can't believe how much parcel shelves cost these days. But yeah, so that was a little drama with the parcel shelf, but it's a minor thing. We'll get that sorted. And in terms of the boot, you've got the tyre inflation kit and stuff like that in there, which is all good. So yeah, let me know, guys, what you think in the comments down below. What you think of this car? Unfortunately, we didn't buy the other car, so our mission wasn't as successful as I would have liked it to be, but I feel like this one's a good buy. Like, there you go, SMC Motor Group front number plate as well. This shouldn't hang around for long. So what I'm gonna do with this one is valet it, wash it the outside. It doesn't need much, to be fair. Give it a polish, clean the inside, do a valet, and get it listed on my website and stuff, and get it advertised. And then while it's advertised, I'll get my mechanic to do the service, timing belt, I'll do the tracking, change the tyre. Unlike what I normally do is make sure the car's 100% correct, retail ready, validated, all the mechanics are done, and then advertise it. I think I want to start changing my thought process on this one, on my cars now. I'm just going to get them validated and all that kind of stuff, ready to take the pictures, walk around video, all that kind of stuff. And in terms of mechanical work, get that done. And in between that time, if any customer comes, rings up and says they're interested in the car, I'll just be honest with them and say you might have to wait a couple of days, and then leave it to them then to decide what they want to do. If they're really interested in the car, I'm sure they'll be happy to wait for a couple of days. And as long as I'm honest in terms of my timings and stuff like that they're not waiting for weeks when I said it to be a couple of days, I'm sure they'll be understanding of that. So as always, it's always like here, under promise and over deliver, isn't it? So I think that's what I'll do with my cars, because otherwise all of these cars here, I've only got 2 cars listed on my website, so all of these ones could really literally be washed, validated and all that kind of stuff, and up on the website, and then whatever mechanical bits that left need to be done, I can get them done after. So I think that's what I'm going to do, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. If you got to the end of the video, as always, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Again, there's about 70% of you guys are watching the videos that aren't subscribed, so I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So make sure you subscribe. It doesn't cost you a penny and it helps out the channel. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.